if you ask me about myself, so I'm excited, motivated, and enthusiastic because from yesterday I had joined institute where I'm teaching students English subject and as well as spoken English. And as a YouTuber, I also post my spoken English content on my YouTube channel. So I always love to motivate people as well as motivate myself. I love teaching because I love learning, and I'm always there to learn new things. And
Which,
yes, please.
which city are you from?
I'm from Maharashtra, Amaravati.
Okay. So you live in Maharashtra.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay.
ma'am, good morning and welcome to the session. And I would love to know about yourself. Can you please tell me about yourself?
Okay. As
Yeah.
I already mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I'm an HR professional who retired recently, and I have joined this platform to enable me to, guide young minds to accept and to include good spoken English skills in their daily communication. And my special focus is more on working professionals, so that they can use better communication skills at their workplace, which
Wow,
includes
that's amazing.
better interviewing, better skills at the interview, better skills while making presentations, better skills while, talking about their performance with their teammates. So something that is one notch higher than the regular spoken English skills that we need while we deal with people on a daily basis is workplace skills.
Yes. Ma'am, I have some question to ask you. So, can I ask you?
Yes, you can ask me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Why it always happens that we are in rush while speaking? What's the main reason of this?
Uh, I got this topic a couple of minutes ago on my WhatsApp, so I just quickly went into Google and I've read a couple of things, and I'm totally in agreement with the points that came out. One is this stems from nervousness. When a person is extremely nervous in answering, he tends to fumble and then he tries to spill out at a very fast and breakneck speed. So when you start speaking at that speed, automatically, you're rushing into what you're going to say. By rushing into what you're going to speak, you lose your clarity, you lose the cohesion of your words. That is, your words don't seem to be connected to each other, and the communication is a failure. So what requires to be done for speaking without rushing is, yes, we do get nervous when you have to speak maybe in front of a large audience. To say that we don't get nervous would be a lie. We all have some form of nervousness. Even those who are seasoned speakers, they do have some tinge of nervousness. I'm sure of that, because you're going to even be preparing yourself and bracing yourself for some questions which would come from the people on the other side. So one important thing is to do some breathing exercise before you start your talk, maybe before you make your entry into onto the stage or onto the platform. And one thing could be that you could do diaphragmatic breathing. I was trying to analyze what is diaphragmatic breathing, and it is something that you breathe from your belly and not from your chest. And this is not only good for overcoming your nervousness, but it also relaxes your body a lot. And I think when you're in a relaxed state, your thought process also becomes very clear. Having said that, also taking intermittent pauses while speaking will also give you time to prepare yourself for the next sentence or what you're going to say. I don't know if you have watched any Miss Universe contest or any pageant where beauty contest where you've seen sometimes they have to have an extempore topic. They have to speak on a particular topic, and then have you seen the way the contestants they try to buy time before they answer? What do they do? First, the panelists will say that if you won, what would you do with your prize money? I'm just giving a random question. So now this lady may not have prepared herself to answer such a question. So what does she do is she repeats the question She says, okay, if respected judges or respected panel, that if I were to win this contest and I would win a prize money, then so that speaking of that sentence in a slow fashion gives her time to quickly think about what she would like to say. So it is a
Mhm.
process because she doesn't want to fumble or, just let go of this golden opportunity. So what does she do? She says that, and then by the time the thought that she would have had that if she did get what she would do, and she would say something that would be acceptable also, because I think they all have to say something that is acceptable in front of the judges, and then she would flow with the words. They speak slowly, they add in a punchline, and they do it all with a smile without any form of showing they are nervous or they're they're lacking to speak some words out. So I think that's a
Mhm.
skill. Speaking without rushing is a skill. Now, this is with regard to speaking in an interview or on a, on the stage. What about when I am in a conversation with you? You can tell me that suppose we are in a conversation
Mhm.
and we are being recorded. Say it's a one-to-one interview between you and me and we are being recorded. Maybe it's on stage or there is a recording happening. What would be the best thing to do and speak without rushing is what happens with most people is while one person is speaking, for example, you are speaking, I am
Mhm.
thinking in my mind how I will counteract your point or how I would say something to go, to go with you in that interview rather than listening. Most people speak, that is with rushing to speak. What they do is they are busy preparing what they will say rather than listening.
Mhm.
Active listening, preparing the skill of active listening is very important for anybody who is in a conversation. Communication is not about being a good speaker, it's
Yeah,
about being a good listener too.
yeah.
So would you like to share what you feel about what I've said?
Ma'am, you have mentioned many things that you have said that some people listen to people, to the next person, the participant in the conversation. They listen because they want to speak. But we should not
Yes.
do that. What should we do that? We need to listen to them because we need to understand them. If
What
you
else?
understand them well, then only you will deliver your message well. So that was a profound thought that you have, ma'am. Diaphragm.
Diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic is from the stomach, from the belly area. So
Yeah.
I think it is even part of the breathing exercises that people do as a form of yoga or early morning exercise,
Yes.
because it calms your frayed nerves. We all have
Yes.
frayed nerves. We are
Yeah.
sometimes a bit worried. We are concerned, and we are
Yes.
nervous. Nobody
Yeah.
can say that we are very smooth sailing in our lives. Something or the other always is there for all of us. We all fight our own battles.
Yeah. So, ma'am, this is the one of the beautiful exercise. Even I practice it. It is not only because I am having session with you. Whenever I go for interview, even I want to record my session. Even I just want to stay relax. That time I use this technique. But I was not aware of that particular word that you have just mentioned. That diaphragm. Yes.
Diaphragm. Diaphragm is the stomach area. Diaphragmatic.
Mm.
Just matic add. You have to add to that.
Diaphragmatic. Oh my God. Seriously, it is
You can keep
becoming.
no. You can keep trying this even later.
Okay,
Don't
fine.
distress
Yeah.
yourself. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And you have also mentioned that when we goes blank and even we feel nervous, okay, what I need to speak, that time we need to take pause. Even I do that. Sometimes it happens that pause become fillers. So it's okay. You should not be nervous because you are taking long pause. If you understand the question, then only you will answer the question. Otherwise, you will not answer the question, right?
Yes.
and and rushing, why we rush? Because of nervousness. Sometimes it happens that we think that the next person is better speaker than me. I have connected with many learners and good speakers. That time you might have that insecurities. Maybe I will not perform well in that session, maybe with that speaker. So I will not feel good. So that is the thing we always have there, and because of that, we start to rush. Ma'am, again, I have one more question to ask you. So can I ask you
Yes, go ahead.
questions? So why this happen with us that we speak fast?
I think in our case, specifically, it's because at the back of my mind, I keep thinking about the paucity of time. We have a
Uh-huh.
limited time within which we need to pack in all the stuff we need to discuss and
Yeah.
talk about. But otherwise, actually, it must have come from some past habits, because we tend to speak fast. I was in a profile where I had to handle irate customers, that is the internal customers of the organization. So what happens is, when they are having something and they wanted me to deal with it, so I used to quickly give and provide a solution. So in the rush to do that, maybe the flow of language, also the flow of words, used to be fast. But I think it's now a stage in my life that I really need to slow down. I need to, pause. I need to take a breath and have a conversation.
Ma'am, what kind of pauses are acceptable in spoken English and when you speak?
Okay, when you address somebody, I think you can take a pause. Like, I'll say,
Uh-huh.
Deepali. Then I'd speak to you. I cannot say, Deepali, what is this? I can say,
Uh-huh.
Deepali, do you think that we should go ahead with this program? Now, when I say, do you think we should go ahead with this program, I will pause. And then I
Mhm.
will come to you. I said, then you can give me a yes or a no. So,
Mhm.
whenever we speak, if we have were to write the same thing that we are speaking, and if I'm supposed to put a comma after I said some words, I need to pause there. And if I was actually coming to the end of a sentence where a full stop is to come, I need to give a
Mhm.
longer pause. So
Yeah.
that is why it is imperative for learners to read, because
Mhm.
with reading comes your ability to speak better. The two are so well interlinked. You
Mhm.
cannot be a good speaker if you're not reading enough. It could be
Yeah.
any. It could be any material. It could be anything that is, helping to improve your personality. It could be any books. It could be any story books. It could be anything. Even it could be a film magazine. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're grasping as you're reading.
Mhm. Ma'am, can you please tell me your favorite books that you have read recently?
I'll tell you something, and this is an honest confession.
Mhm.
I stopped reading books for many, many, many years because my work took a toll on my timing. I used to be working late hours, and then also being a married woman and, having a household. I really was pressed for time. But now I have decided to, restart the old habit which I had many, many years ago. And what I've done is I've started taking books on, which will help to improve my personality. So I've started reading books like this: Emotional Intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? So the factors that contribute to a person's emotional intelligence are dealing with difficult people, focus, empathy. So I'm reading on all these personality traits now, and I'm incorporating it as a part of my classes also. I'm helping young managers to incorporate it into their work style, and maybe they'll get better with that. So I actually
Mhm.
haven't got to reading, any hi-fi author or something like that. To be honest, no, not yet.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I would recommend,
Yeah.
like many of the panelists have in this platform, going in for Sudha Murthy's books
Oh.
and some Indian authors also, because we can connect with the language that is there in these books. For starters and for beginners, I think it's very good. Being on the Indian
I,
soil, we need to actually read Indian books, right?
yes. I have read two of books of Sudha Murthy ma'am book and Wise and Otherwise and 3000 Stitches by Sudha Murthy. And there are some books are on the way. I want to read her book, more book.
I like watching her interviews because I
Yeah.
find that she inspires us as women. Uh,
Yes, yes, yes.
And I think we are coming to the end of our session. We just
Yeah.
got a minute. So I wish you all the best, Deepali, all the best for the new year. We've just
Yeah, ma'am.
entered 2026. May all your endeavors be fruitful, and
Yes.
may you take your classes to the next level in
Yeah,
terms
ma'am.
of your students. You
Yes.
add more value to their lives.
Yeah, ma'am.
All the
And
best for that.
wishing you aesthetic New Year, ma'am, and enjoy your day and enjoy your
Thank you.
2026. Yeah, ma'am.
Thank
And
you
thank
so
you for
much.
joining the session, ma'am. Have a great day. Bye bye.
You